Hi, it's Gwyn and welcome back to the channel. Just thought I would do a bit of a Ringo roundup because, well, for the last week or two, he's been very much in the news following the release of his new country album, Look Up, which has had some fantastic reviews, which is not always something that Ringo has enjoyed, to be honest. But let's just have a look at one or two of those reviews and just pick a little bit deeper. So, Variety comments, it's one of the most anticipated albums of 2025. Perhaps it is. Wall Street Journal, well, it says it's a surprising and revealing delight, notably different from anything else he's done, and I venture that many around the world will be thankful for this charming return to a genre for which he's always had a knack and affection. Mojo magazine comments, Look Up ranges stylistically from early Beatles rockabilly snap of Never Let Me Go to cosmic country ballad String Theory, and does indeed boast some of Starr's very best vocal performances. Rolling Stone comments, Ringo Starr exudes cowboy cool on Look Up. His new country album is full of charm and camaraderie that always makes him so lovable. And I think it's that final word, the lovable. There seems to be a lot of love for Ringo at the moment, which is really not something we always see. Over the years, he's had more than his fair share of knocks and barbed comments about either for his drumming ability or for his vocals. Following the breakup of the Beatles, Ringo's first two albums, Sentimental Journey and Bucua Blues, which I reviewed just the other week, both fell pretty flat in terms of both chart success and also critical acclaim, although Bucua Blues seems to have picked up more than a little bit more of retrospective approval of late. But following those first two albums, it's difficult to have seen that nearly 55 years later, we would still be enjoying the musical contributions of Ringo Starr. Ringo must have felt the same pretty much at the time, because he gave a little bit of a pause to recording music and really ventured into filmmaking, which he thought was possibly the way his career was going to go. But that wasn't to be, and I'm pleased to say that we are still enjoying his music many, many years later. And I think the comment that Mojo magazine about some of his best vocal performances on Look Up is very accurate. So while we're basking in the reflective spotlight of Ringo's recent success, he has also undertaken a couple of shows at the infamous Ryman Theatre in Nashville, where, with a little help from his friends, as virtually every headliner said, he's performed two concerts in the last week, which have gone towards benefiting the victims of the LA fires. These two shows are due to be broadcast on CBS and Paramount, I believe, in the States in the spring. Hopefully they'll find their way over to this side of the pond. But let's just have a run through the set list that Ringo was performing. So his first and opening track was Matchbox, which was done with Jack White. He then goes on and performs It Don't Come Easy, and then Time on My Hands from Look Up. Octopus's Garden is the next track, but Ringo is off stage at this point in proceedings, and it's Molly Tuttle who takes the main vocals. And also while he's off stage, Jack White does the next track, track 5, which is Don't Pass Me By. Ringo comes back on stage to do what is the closing track on Look Up, which is Thankful, and performs that with Larkin Poe. Honey Don't follows, and that's a performance, and Ringo is again off stage and is performed by Billy Strings. Again, Ringo's still off stage at the moment, but the song that's performed is Without Her, which is with The War and Treaty. The Beatles for Sale track, I Don't Want to Spoil the Party, is performed by Sheryl Crow with Molly Tuttle, and Ringo is again off stage. But He's back on for the finale of the first half of the set with Boys, which he performs with Sheryl Crow, and also has Larkin Poe and Molly Tuttle contributing vocals too. The next 4 tracks are Have You Seen My Baby, You Don't Know Me At All, Act Naturally, and I Want to Be Your Man, which are performed by Johnny Johnson, Mickey Guyton, Johnny Russell, and Larkin Poe. And for each of those tracks, Ringo is off stage, but he comes back and is performing on drums for the Rubber Soul track, What Goes On. I'm happy to say that Ringo is on stage for the final 4 numbers, which are Look Up, which he performs with Molly Tuttle, Photograph with Billy Strings, he does Yellow Submarine with Emmylou Harris, and also with a little help from her friends, which is the show closer. So it can't come as any surprise that a lot of comment made about Ringo being off stage quite a lot during the show, but the guy is 84 years old, and you know, picking and choosing exactly what he performs and where he performs is his prerogative. The CBS show is going to be titled Ringo and Friends at the Ryman, and we're still waiting for an exact date as to when this is going to be broadcast, but as soon as we know, we'll bring it to you here. So I've still got a lot of love for this album, and I've been playing it pretty much non-stop. But I saw one review which said it's, rather than being a country album, it was really fell more into a category of Americana, and that might be the case. What do you think? But regardless, I still think it's a mighty fine album, and I look forward to Ringo doing another country or Americana album. What about you? What are your thoughts on it? Let us know in the comments below, that would be fantastic. And for the many of you who are now subscribers to the channel, a massive thank you. I really do appreciate it. And if you aren't part of the Revolver Beatle channel community, then please consider being a subscriber. Doesn't cost a penny. That's about all for now. Be back next week with some more news and reviews. And until then, it's bye for now.